it's very important to understand that even the intelligence and the mind does not belong to us. That is also part of this total Prakriti. And that is why here Brahmaji is given the intelligence with which he can create. Because Brahmaji has got such an elevated body, the intelligence that he has got is also highly advanced, and he is able to his intelligence is able to generate ideas how to go about the creation, how to create this material universe the way that we are seeing. But then even that intelligence he has to get it from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As Krishna says in the 15th chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, he says that mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. From Krishna as the Paramatma come knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. And this is another way by which we can understand that the mind and intelligence do not belong to us. Because sometimes we forget, we keep something somewhere. Some simple thing, some key, we'll keep somewhere, then we'll keep searching. Oh, where did I keep the key? Where did I keep the... Forgot. So remembrance also is not in my hand. I cannot forcibly make my mind remember where I kept it. If somehow suddenly the mind will click, oh, I kept it in this shelf. You go and open it, the key is there. So where did that remembrance come from? I did not consciously go into my memory, pull it out, and then take it out. Just like we store some file in the memory hard disk of the computer. Whenever we want to retrieve, we go access that folder and pull out that file. Like that, you go into your memory, pull out that location, bring it out, and then go and search. You cannot. Forgotten means forgotten. That's all. So even remembrance is not in your hand. It is not in my hand. Remembering something or forgetting something. So where is this remembrance and forgetfulness coming from then? It is coming from the Paramatma. That is why actually again we should not be too much attached to our ideas. Just like the scientists, when they invent something, they glorify so much. Oh, Isaac Newton, he found out the law of gravity. He discovered the law of gravity. But then reality is, when the apple fell from the tree, that question popped up in Newton's mind. Why did the apple fall down? Why did it not go up? He did not consciously think. That question just popped up in his mind. So where did that question come from? He did not consciously think, oh, let me question and then question. No. Similarly, any idea for any invention that happens, suddenly, just like Edison, he wanted to invent the bulb. Some idea suddenly came into his mind. He tried something, it clicked and it worked. So where did that idea come from in the first place? So even for big inventors and scientists, suddenly it is one moment of realization. Suddenly when they are sleeping or when they wake up or when they look at something, something will suddenly flash and that will become some big invention. So that flash, where did it come from? That is coming from the Paramatma. According to the desire of the Jiva and his karma, the Paramatma will give suddenly some idea, some intelligence, which will make that Jiva famous. This is the reality. So actually, that nobody is in control of what ideas he can get. Otherwise, every scientist will be constantly inventing so many things. But that's not possible. Suddenly something comes to his mind, even he is not in control of what he will invent. Otherwise, every scientist can decide, I'm going to invent the law of gravity. I'm going to invent this one, electric bulb. I'm going to invent this. Everybody can choose and invent. No, you cannot. You don't know what you are going to invent. It just appears in your mind and it becomes an invention. So the idea for that invention comes from whom? Paramatma. Credit who is taking? Scientist is taking. This is how this material world is.